Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
I spent about 48 hours in Florida the other weekend, but while I was down there, I had time to go to a Total Wine & More and pick up some beers. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. And this is one of the beers I was able to pick up at Total Wine and fly home with. This is the Lime Life American Lime Lager. Sounded pretty refreshing. Excuse me. This is from Green Bench Brewing Company out of St Petersburg, Florida. It is a 4.6% alcohol, 7 IBUs. I paid $3.29 for the can. When I was looking at the website for the brewery, it looks like they opened in 2013 and they have 2 locations in the St. Petersburg area. So the can here, pretty bright green can. That's what caught my eye, and then I saw it was a lime lager, and it just sounded good to me. And they even have the alcohol on the can. They've got the IBUs on the can. And they have the canned on date. It says 4/18/2025. And this is 5/20/2025. So pretty good in date. And it says the coconut below the date. Kind of a little pun there, the lime and the coconut. On the side here, it says, there's a lot of writing on this can, surprisingly. Lime Life. I don't know if I can even read it. Lime Life is built on the smooth and refreshing drinkability of Bench Life. This American premium lager is brewed with a blend of natural barley, flaked corn, U.S. grown Mount Hood hops, all natural lime extract, and citric acid for the most balanced and thirst-quenching experience. I don't know why it's so hard to read tonight. Maybe my eyes are finally going bad. Crack it, drink it, recycle. On the other side here, it says, worth the squeeze. Brewed and canned in St. Petersburg, Florida. Sun and fun. On a warm St. Petersburg afternoon, there's nothing more refreshing than a cold can of Bench Life. Does that say bench or beach? It's a blue on... It does say bench. That's much easier to read now, because it's like this dark blue on this lime green can. So where did I leave off here? On a warm St. Petersburg afternoon, there's nothing more refreshing than a cold can of Bench Life with a lime wedge. Lucky for you, there's no lime cutting necessary to enjoy this perfect summer sipper. So grab your cooler, meet your friends, and soak up that nice Florida sun with a Lime Life. So apparently there's another beer, Beach Life or Bench Life, and it sounds like they took that beer, added lime to it to make Lime Life. Good enough for me. So on Untapped, it's a 3.70 with 479 check-ins. Beer Advocate was an NA. Got my freshly rinsed glass here. Hopefully this is a light, refreshing, lime-flavored beverage, because I am quite thirsty on this cool, rainy evening here in Cleveland. Just smells like just generic beer scent. Not really getting anything on the nose. It's just like a generic beer scent, and it's very faint. And that is pretty clear. I can see the camera through it, although it's a little hazy. Might be some chill haze in there, but pretty clear light yellow. Probably a 1 on my SRM. Nice soapsud-like white head on the top. And I'm thirsty, so let's dig into this one. Cheers, everybody. It's a lime lager. I mean, it's light, crisp, refreshing, a little bit of lime. The lime's not overpowering, the lime's not too strong. When I flew down to Florida the other weekend, I was sitting in a lounge at the airport, and the free beer is Modelo, Bud Light, Blue Moon, and something else. I was drinking Modelo. And for some reason, this time the bartender, when I get a Modelo, he'd put a slice of lime on the rim. But then he would also take a lime and squeeze lime juice with like a squeezer into the beer itself. Actually pretty good. And this reminds me of that quite a bit because it's got this fresh lime flavor, but it's not strong, it's not overpowering. There's enough that you know it's there. And it's just good. This would be delicious on a hot summer afternoon. This would be a great beach beer. This is a lime lager, exactly what I expected it to be. Nice, tasty beverage. I'd give it a horns up. I could crush back a few of these because the lime flavor isn't too strong. It would get tiring. Light, refreshing. A little bit of lime. Pretty tasty. Good beer overall. I think this is maybe the first beer I've ever had from Green Bench. And it's a pretty good beer. I'm happy with the purchase. Hope to find some more of your beers next time I'm in the Florida area or wherever you distribute. It's an adventure buying beers and then flying them home, especially in the summertime. I was real worried the beers sitting in my suitcase, sitting in the airplane or the tarmac or wherever they were sitting before I got the bags at the airport to go home. I was really worried some of these beers would blow up. Got home, was lucky enough that none of them did. But it's an adventure flying with beers. And as always, embrace the adventure.